Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. I'm literally so excited you're here today because we're tackling something, well, something incredibly practical and, frankly, absolutely delicious. If you've got plans to travel, consider this your ultimate language survival guide for eating out like an absolute pro in Brazil. We're going to break down exactly what you need to know today. That way you can focus way less on those awkward language barriers and just focus on enjoying the amazing food.
Ordering food in Portuguese? You know, I want to acknowledge right up front that trying to order in a foreign language, it can be super intimidating. We've all been there, right? You're sitting at a table, the waiter walks over, and suddenly, poof, your mind just goes completely blank. You're worried about mispronouncing things or not being understood, and honestly, that anxiety can kind of suck the joy right out of a great travel experience. But hey, that is exactly what we're conquering today.
I actually love this quote right off the bat from our source material. No worries, I got you. Because that is the exact energy we're bringing to this explainer today. We're going to build your confidence step by step. By the time we wrap up this breakdown, you are going to feel totally equipped to handle a restaurant experience from start to finish. It's going to be fun, it's going to be simple, and it's going to be highly effective.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for the journey today. Step 1 is arriving and seating. Step 2 is the ordering phase. And finally, Step 3 is departure and payment. So, let's start right at the beginning with Section 1, arriving at the restaurant and securing a table. Picture the scene. You step off these vibrant streets in Brazil right into a bustling local spot. You can hear the chatter all around you, you can smell those incredible aromas coming out of the kitchen. Your very first goal is just to grab a table for you and your travel companion. And the fundamental phrase you're going to need is simply, "Table for two, please." It's simple, it's direct, and it immediately tells the host at the door exactly what you need. But how do we actually say this so they understand us perfectly?
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we've laid out the visual phonetics for you. You've got the Portuguese phrasing plus your phonetic cheat sheet right there. Let's do a little call and response, okay? I want you to literally say this out loud wherever you're sitting right now. Ready? Mesa para dois, por favor. Let's try that one more time, just kind of stringing it together smoothly. Mesa para dois, por favor. Excellent. Boom. You've just secured your table.
Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 2, ordering your Brazilian meal. Time to explore the food. Okay, so you are seated, you're getting comfortable, and now it's time for the absolute best part, exploring those food options. The very first thing you need is, of course, the menu. "Can I see the menu, please?" is your essential tool here. Without this, you're flying blind. So how do we confidently request this from the waiter? Let's break down this pronunciation. Posso ver o cardápio, por favor? The tricky word here is menu, which translates to cardápio. Let's sound out the phonetics together. Posso ver o cardápio, por favor? I'll give you a quick beat to practice that yourself. Posso ver o cardápio, por favor? Great. Just let the words flow naturally. You're doing awesome.
All right, so you've successfully ordered. Now, let's imagine a highly relatable scenario. You've been sitting at the table, just soaking in the ambiance, but man, you are getting hungry. Your mouth is literally watering. You want to playfully, but politely, check in and see where that delicious Brazilian dish is. You want to ask, is the food ready?
Here is exactly how you check on your food status without sounding demanding. A comida já está pronta? Let's sound out that phonetic flow together. Notice the emphasis here. A comida já está pronta. The word for food, comida, really gets that nice emphasis right in the middle. A comida já está pronta. Give it a try. Perfect. That is going to politely get you an update from your server.
Which brings us to Section 3, wrapping up and paying. Time to settle up.
The incredible meal has been eaten, and we're now transitioning into our final phase. We need to handle the logistics of taking care of leftovers and settling the bill. Now, restaurant portions in Brazil can be absolutely huge, and you definitely do not want to waste a single bite of that amazing meal. You'll probably want to take the rest back to your hotel. So the phrase you need here is, "Can I get this to go?"
So, the crucial point is really getting the pronunciation right for this specific phrase. This one's slightly longer than the others we've covered, but hey, don't let it intimidate you. We'll just break it down. Let's take it nice and slow. Eu poderia levar isso para a viagem. Now let's do it all together with confidence. Eu poderia levar isso para a viagem. Beautifully done. Your leftovers are officially secured.
Finally, your boxes are packed, your stomachs are completely full, and it's time to officially settle up. We need to prompt the waiter for the check. "Can I have the bill, please?" is the essential step to cleanly wrap up the whole dining experience.
I actually love teaching this one because it has such a quick, easy phonetic rhythm. It's super punchy. A conta, por favor. The bill is the conta. Try it out loud for me. A conta, por favor. See? It's incredibly polite and very, very efficient.
All right, there's just one final logistical hurdle here. You've got the bill, but you need to communicate how you're paying. A lot of times as travelers, we definitely prefer to use cards rather than carrying a bunch of cash around. So, you're going to need to ask, can I pay with a credit card?
Let's carefully walk through the phonetics on this one, because credit card has a really specific pronunciation in Portuguese. It's posso pagar com cartão de crédito. Listen closely to that ending, crédito. Let's do a call and response on this one too. I'll say it, then you say it. Posso pagar com cartão de crédito. Outstanding. Seriously, you've just navigated the entire meal from walking in the door to paying that final bill. I want to bring up this final note from our source material, and I completely 100% agree with it. Save this for your next meal in Brazil. You've learned the structure, you've practiced the phonetics, and honestly, you are ready. Bookmark this explainer, keep these phrases handy for your upcoming trip. Learning these simple, structured phrases is literally going to massively elevate your whole travel experience. Which leads me to leave you with this final empowering question. Are you ready to order? You've got the tools, you've got the pronunciation down. Now it's time to take what you've learned out into the real world and experience all those incredible flavors. Thank you so much for joining me today on this explainer. Keep practicing, safe travels, and I'll see you next time.